Here's a buffalo chicken dip I actually want to eat. It's not loaded with a bunch of crap, it's high in protein, and it comes together in about 5 minutes. Here's how you make it. I'm making the dip directly in my Kuhn Rakan hot pan. This is actually gonna maintain the temperature, so when I heat it up, it will stay warm at the party for about 2 hours. The base of the dip is hummus. Now typically with these dips you have sour cream, cream cheese. Instead we're using roasted red pepper hummus. We're bumping up the plant-based protein, fiber of course, and roasted red pepper hummus has such great flavor that's just gonna make this dip so delicious. We'll get this all into our pan. Optionally, we can add some additional seasonings. You don't have to, but I really like to. Some garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and for some smokiness, some cumin. Mix it up. Now to make this buffalo, we'll add some hot sauce. Depending on the crowd, as much or as little as you like. And depending on how loose or thin you want this dip, you could add a little bit of broth. I would just add a little bit of bone broth, but actually, I'm thinking I like this consistency so far. So let's move on to our chicken. I have rotisserie chicken. You can use leftover chicken, whatever chicken you want. And I'm just gonna use my hands, which are clean by the way, to shred some chicken breast. And with these rotisserie chickens, it just shreds up so easily. If you wanted to make chicken ahead of time in your crock pot, let it go on low and slow for a long time until it just easily shreds in your fingers. And we'll just add that into the dip. And of course you can adjust, add more hummus, more hot sauce, more chicken, whatever you want. Let's give it a mix, see where we're at. Now I'm gonna bring the pan part of this hot pan over to the stovetop to warm up the dip. As the dip heats up, it is becoming more thick in texture, so I am gonna add some broth just to thin it out a bit. Usually I have homemade broth, but in a pinch, these packets are so great, so convenient. The dip has come to temperature, so I'll put it right into its little sleeve to stay warm. And just to make it look pretty, not a necessary step, I'm going to clean up the edge a little bit and pop the lid on. Totally optional, I'm going to shred some cheese for the top. If you have people that can't tolerate dairy, just top it with some chives. And just the heat from the dip is going to melt the cheese just perfectly. Ready for the game? You can find this full recipe at thewellnesskitchenista.com. Go birds!